Before we get into anything heavy, let me start with respect. If you grew up Gen X, Catherine O'Hara was already in your living room. Perfect timing, smart comedy, never loud, never sloppy, always in control. And one of her most iconic roles became a holiday tradition, Home Alone. Now, we all watched it as kids and thought, ha, funny movie. As adults, that movie hits different because Home Alone wasn't a comedy. It was a case study in lack of supervision. Because right now, some folks are running government like a long-term relationship with no shared calendars, no budget meetings, and nobody checking the bank accounts. Everybody's confident. Everybody's busy. Everybody assumes the numbers are fine. That's how you wake up one day and realize you've been living like Blockbuster in a Netflix world. Kodak, watching digital cameras pass by. Radio Shack, pretending Amazon isn't real. Lehman Brothers, saying, trust us. And Enron, holding a straight face while math quietly packs its bags. Not because people are evil, not because people are dumb, because arrogance plus complacency is a powerful cocktail. Every one of those companies has smart people, corner offices, press releases, confidence. What they didn't have was supervision. Nobody asking uncomfortable questions. Nobody checking the books early. Nobody saying, hey, this doesn't add up. That's not a villain story. That's a management story. Married folks know this one. You don't lose a household overnight. You drift. You skip the budget talks. You stop checking statements. You assume the other person handled it. Until one day you're standing in the kitchen saying, wait, when did this get so expensive? That's not chaos. That's unsupervised decision making. Here's another one. Imagine walking into your house and asking, hey, where are the kids? And your partner says, I assume you handled it. That's not misunderstanding. That's a system failure. And unsupervised systems don't explode. They drift. Let's translate this to government. Immigration laws. That's federal. That's the landlord. The mayor, that's the super. The super doesn't write the lease, doesn't set the rent, doesn't cancel the mortgage. The super keeps the building running. That's the job. So when the super says, I don't deal with landlord stuff, but still cashes the landlord's check, come on, man. That's not leadership. That's selective adulthood. That's like saying, I don't believe in bills, but I'm emotionally attached to electricity. Here's another grown-up lesson. You can't say we need to make difficult budget cuts as leaders voted into high positions while also saying we're going to take care of every guest, cousin, and plus ones. The bank account doesn't support both. That's not cruelty. That's arithmetic. Ignoring math doesn't make you compassionate. It makes you insolvent. Let me be clear. I care about immigrants. I care about dignity. I care about humane treatment. And I also care about New Yorkers, about Buffalo, about schools being funded, teachers supported, teachers' assistants being paid, special needs kids getting OT, PT, and speech therapy. With me? There's no hesitation. That's not ideology. That's stewardship. Federal money isn't mysterious. It pays for hospitals, Medicaid, Medicare. It pays for SNAP, school lunches. It pays for Social Security, disability. It pays for heat in the winter, housing stability, roads, bridges, water, sewers. This isn't politics. This is basic, fundamental adulthood. Back to the movie. Catherine O'Hara's character wasn't a bad mom. She was distracted, busy, overconfident in the system. Big family, lots of movement. Everybody assumed somebody else handled it. And Kevin got left behind. Right now, New York is Kevin. House unlocked, oven on, lights flickering, and everybody keeps saying, relax, someone's got it. Who? Because in the movies, the parents came back from Paris. Ain't nobody on a plane. Ain't nobody sprinting through Buffalo National Airport. Ain't nobody yelling your name in the snow. No one is coming back from Paris to save us. This isn't a holiday movie. This is a management problem. If Lamont Sanford were looking at New York right now, he wouldn't yell. He'd be calm, already doing the math, because Lamont was always the responsible one. Fred G. Sanford calls him, "You big dummy." Even though Lamont paid the bills, saved the junkyard / the business, and pulled Pops back from disaster. Lamont rescued Fred from himself over and over again. Right now, it feels like leadership is playing Fred, calling us, "You big dummy," while ignoring the math and clutching their chest when accountability shows up. But here's the truth. There is no Lamont coming from City Hall. There's no Lamont flying in from Paris with his friend Grady to save the junkyard. So now it's on us. If Red Fox was still alive, I can hear Fred Sanford right now, hand on his chest, calling for Elizabeth. Elizabeth! Because New Yorkers are sitting around waiting for somebody to come back from vacation and fix this. And deep down, we already know that's not happening. And in the words of Fred G. Sanford, and the G in my case stand for God, ain't nobody coming to save New York, you big dummy. Somebody got to watch the house. That's not politics. That's adulthood. If this makes you think, if it helped you see things a little clearer, hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss what's coming, and follow me if you want to stay connected. No noise, no hype, just clear thinking consistently.